The term legend is sometimes used, but not all that often. But in this case, I think it's very appropriate. Coach Jarrell Williams is certainly a legend to those of us who had the privilege to work with him. And even more importantly, he's a legend to those players that he coached over the years. One only has to attend a Springdale Hall of Fame annual event to hear his former players talk about the esteem and respect, and yes, fear that they had for him as well. From a superintendent's perspective, my view would be just the opposite. He was the easiest teacher to work with perhaps I've ever had. Always kind, always cordial, always caring, always trying to look at what would help the district as a whole progress. Coach Williams is a legend to us all. I think the world and all of him, and I treasure the contribution that he has made to athletics in the Springdale School District, but frankly, to the Springdale School District as a whole. Thank you, Coach.
Playing for Coach Williams, it was one of the most challenging, but definitely to this point in my life, the most rewarding portion of my life.
Yeah, if you weren't tough, you really shouldn't come out for the team. You just weren't going to make it.
I think the biggest influence he's had on his players is he's been honest with them. Sometimes they don't like that, but he has been very honest with them, and if they'll stay with him, he'll make them better football players and better people because of it.
I found out a lot about my character, and the parts I found out about during that time still define me today.
Boy, I learned a lot in football. Football is a team sport, and so you learn about stretching yourself, playing with teammates. It's not about yourself, but it's about success for the team. Sports are great, and Coach Jarrell Williams made a difference in my life with his longevity and his passion for the game and his commitment to it, and the Springdale school system for really all of his career.
We didn't have very many fast guys or very many big guys, but they certainly demonstrated a lot of determination.
We always had a bunch of small, slow kids that were smart and tough, and then they had a burning desire to win. And so it was a good combination, but the toughness was the starting point. You had to be tough, and then you had to be smart, and then everything else was secondary to that.
He was a master at getting the most out of every individual. No, we weren't ever the most talented bunch on paper, but by golly, we were the toughest bunch, and we didn't know the word quit.
My theory was if I respect them, they're going to respect me. And so I had a lot of respect for our players and their attitude, and if they ever got out of line, well, I'd straighten them out. But I think the respect that I had for them had a lot more to do with the way I coached than anything.
He knew how to motivate each one of his individual players, and he motivated us as a group. We just were hell-bent on pleasing the man.
In my opinion, it boiled down to just accountability. I think young men need accountability, and he was able to make these guys accountable to themselves, accountable to their teammates, accountable to the coaches and the community.
It was the easiest thing I've ever done. I mean, I love coaching. I love my work I had. Sometimes I felt like I needed to back up to get my check because I enjoyed it so much. I would have done it for a lot less than I got. So that was the key to it. I just enjoyed coaching.
There's thousands of kids that came through the program. Most of them probably did not like him when they were playing for him. But after growing up and maturing and getting on with their own lives, they put a lot of value on on the lessons that he taught them and the men he made of them.
Well, the thing I'm most proud of is what they do after they get out of football and what they do with their lives and how successful they are and that sort of thing. That's what really impresses me more than anything.